Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new high definition episode of Spotlight News, the show that gives you the hottest news in music, sports, and entertainment. This is the big three of YouTube right here. I'm your host, Jamal Bostic. I'm joined by my man, Keenan Wright, my girl, Courtney Polk. Should we get into it? I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've been here. Like a lot of stuff has been coming up. We couldn't be in the newsroom because our man Mercer was out sick, but he's good. He's healthy, and back doing work. Magazine deadline has been pushed back. But a lot of stuff has happened since we were gone. We finally got our HD shit.
Yeah.
I got a monitor right here. I'm looking at it right now. We're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
The lights looking good. New camera. Got less wires to work with.
I thought you were going to say new fluid.
Nah, we got like less wires to work with. I just got like one straight wire. Man.
It's roomy, you know what I'm saying? It's not stretched.
I feel like I know, right? Wire's not even stretched out. I can move. Like I can get up. It's a beautiful thing right now. So should we just get into it? Should we just hit the round table? What's been going on?
Let's hop into it.
Am I first off? Well, weekend buzz. I don't know if y'all seen all over Instagram about the whole Kylie Jenner challenge, and people been trying to get their lips because she had like Botox or work done to her lips.
Did she really get Botox?
I think she did because they posted a before and after picture, and they show like her little narrow lips.
Nips? Narrow nips.
I ain't seen them nips before.
No, lips. Oh my God. Yeah. Lips. And then like now they were like, people were like, I don't know, it was just a big old buzz. Like they were making fun of her. And then it just so happened that Black China decided to hop on it, and she had like the little plastic lips, like the little fake plastic lips. She posted it on her Instagram, and that blew up. And then she started promoting it on her Instagram, like to sell it on her story, because she sells clothes or whatever. And so I guess people can purchase the lips like online at her site. I was like, major shade. So they was going back and forth about that, and then like I don't know, she was really being like throwing some shade this weekend. Like I seen she was posting text messages from like Tyga, like, oh, can we talk? Can we work this out? I was like, damn, like that. And then she had posted something. Kylie Jenner had posted a picture, like I guess the matching bracelet that Tyga got him and Black China, quote unquote, like they saying they got the same bracelet, but she had put currently, like she was driving in her Range, and then Black China had she had posted a picture like a little after that was like permanently, and she was on a bed with her ass out. Like I was like, oh sad, like.
I just really want to see. Just throw them in a room. I want to see Amber Rose. I want to see Khloe Kardashian. I want to see Black China and Kylie Jenner just in one room and see what goes down. Like that would be.
Can we throw them in this room?
But yes. Kylie's a baby though, so.
I'm pretty sure she can handle hers against Black China.
I mean, I'm just saying. She probably could.
What about the whole, Kylie Jenner challenge? Like, I see it's all over Twitter, all over Instagram.
That lip thing? I don't know. It looked like it hurt.
Can you explain, like, what it is that you have to do? Like, how long do you have to leave that on your mouth? Do you know?
To be honest, I don't even know. Like, I've seen it, but people were, like, putting cups on their lips and, like, putting their lips into water bottles. I'm like, how did you manage to do that? Like, Gatorade bottles, like, just, like, leaving it in there.
I remember you like, playing around as a kid and doing it with a cup. But
I've never done that. Never done that. And the whole thing about it is it can be dangerous, like a lot of kids just doing it because they see it on Twitter, but it really cuts off circulation to your lips. So
yeah, and it leaves like a nasty bruise like around your mouth. It's not the business.
Yeah, but in this world, people just do things because they see other people do it. So.
It's a definite trend. Some trends are stupid, and some trends just work. Like. I don't know how people like Lil B, but they do. I didn't know he followed me on Twitter.
We didn't either.
I didn't know either.
When's the last single he had?
I don't know. There's one song I do like about him. It's that Fuck Kevin Durant song.
Never heard it.
You never heard the Lil B curse when it comes to Kevin Durant? Like how he could never get to the finals, or like win in the finals?
Never heard
It's because of Kevin Durant.
What is that?
Sorry, people. The camera does shut off like after a while. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, we gotta find like we're looking for AC cords, so that won't happen.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Flying on the move.
Yeah, that's why I literally saw it and I heard it at the same time. I was like, oh, but yeah, Kevin Durant is like he has something called the Lil B curse apparently, because Lil B hates Kevin Durant supposedly. I don't know why. But yeah,
That's crazy.
He messed up his foot. It was a Lil B curse. I don't know what it is. I gotta look into that.
Well, speaking of Kevin Durant, I think you should perfect time to move into the NBA playoffs.
Yeah, that was a pretty good segue.
Yeah, pretty good. Well, kind of. They didn't make it, unfortunately. But so far, it's been a great playoff run.
Your Spurs, man.
And we're tough. But let me run through some of the games right now. We'll Golden State. They swept New Orleans Pelicans, of course. Portland and Memphis. The series is 3-1 right now. Memphis up.
Portland won a tough one.
Yeah. The Los Angeles Clippers are playing the San Antonio Spurs. It's tied up, and they will be playing tonight at 7:30. The games are 2-2. Houston and Dallas. Houston should have swept Dallas, but right now it's 3-1. And that concludes the West.
For the
side.
West, yeah.
The only team that's through to the next round right now is Golden State Warriors, so they have plenty of time to rest.
Yes, they have a lot.
On the East, we have a tight one, which I kind of expected. Atlanta and Brooklyn. Yeah. They're tied 2-2 right now.
They played last night or they playing tonight?
They played last night.
Yeah, they played last night and won, right? Okay.
So Brooklyn tied it up.
Okay.
And a surprising one was Washington swept Toronto.
You're surprised by that?
I was. I thought it was going to be a tough one. That's the 4-5.
Yeah. Well,
I thought it was going to be tough.
Usually the 4-5s are the good ones.
Yeah. So they swept them.
I thought Washington had that.
Like that easy though? I thought somebody would make a. LaRon Landry. Ooh, I said LaRon Landry. What's his name? Oh, damn. Landry. From the Raptors.
Landry from the Raptors.
Landry from the Raptors.
Yeah,
Let's go with that.
I don't know his first name.
And so we have Chicago and Milwaukee. That's
Which
3-2.
Chicago should have saw.
That's 3-2.
I was so
right
mad
now.
watching the end of that game.
And then we had Cleveland versus Boston.
Can we talk about that game? Did you watch that game?
I did. We'll get there.
Oh, man.
And Cleveland swept them. So let's start with the West Side right now.
West Side?
We have Golden State already through. Do you still think they can get to the finals?
Yes.
Yeah. Why?
Easy. Because aren't they playing the winner of Portland and Memphis?
Yes.
They're beating whoever comes out of that.
I think Memphis could give them a run for their money. Only if they slow it. Because let's be honest. Memphis up 3-1. So most likely it's going to be Memphis who plays Golden State.
Most likely.
So in that game, I feel like if Memphis can slow the game down, that works in their
Which
favor.
they usually do.
Exactly. That will work in their favor. All they have to do in order to slow the game down is make baskets on the offensive side so the Warriors can't get that rebound and push the ball, through the outlet. So I feel like it'll be a good one.
And another thing about that series, that series is going to be all about matchups. Who's guarding who?
Yeah.
You got Mike Conley on Steph Curry for most of the game. If Steph Curry gets hot, you're going to see Tony Allen on him. He's like their best defender.
Yeah.
The bigs, you got like Draymond Green, Zach Randolph,
Bogut.
Andrew Bogut, on Marc Gasol, who's dominating anybody he goes up against. So it's going to be a series of matchups. Who has the better matchup?
I would usually say I don't think Draymond Green will be able to handle that, because they're the two. Marc Gasol and Zach Randolph are huge guys, But then he was the runner-up for Defensive Player of the Year. So you clearly can't just count him out.
Yeah.
So it'll be a great matchup. I see Golden State getting it in 6 games, but it'll be tough.
If you keep Randolph and Gasol off the blocks, like defensively,
which is damn near
impossible. But on their offensive side, if you keep them off the blocks from defending,
I get you. Which is Golden State's strength.
They're golden.
I get you. I hear you.
Oh man, they just come. Man.
On to the bottom half of the Western, we have tight race between the Clippers and San Antonio Spurs. They play tonight at 7:30. What do you think the Clippers have to do in order to go up 3-2 on San Antonio?
I think they have to stick to that game plan with Chris Paul playing aggressive, not fouling as much. He got close the other day. They just got to keep that tempo they've been keeping in the games they won, and flat out outplay and outscore San Antonio. You're never gonna outcoach San Antonio. You just gotta outplay them, pretty much. And that's what they've been doing. So
for me, in order for the Clippers to get the W, they have to figure out a way to stop Patty Mills.
Oh yeah, Patty Mills is.
If they can stop Patty Mills, they can stop our offense. Because what we do with Patty Mills, like, it doesn't look like it. He's like that, he's our X factor. You don't expect Patty, but think about it. He like when it didn't count in Game 3, he only had like 8 points. But when the game counts, he's our guy. Mm-hmm. If you can stop him, for the most part, they did last game. And Austin Rivers stepped up and played great defense and also displayed. He showed the world Patty Mills' weakness,
that's
which
another
is
thing too.
His height. Like he's a small guy.
That's another thing too.
So that in the Spurs, what we do and how great we are, all depend is a huge factor of that is our bench. And so if our bench is playing just as, or if the Clippers bench is playing just as good as our bench, that takes away our strength right there.
Yeah, that's key right there.
It's going to be tough.
The Clippers bench has to play A1. Yeah. You can't have DeAndre Jordan in their whole game. Yeah. But then again,
the Big Baby played great.
Yeah. And what's working for San Antonio is getting DeAndre Jordan on the free throw line. Yeah. We've established that for San Antonio that's worked.
A stat about that is that when we do that, our chances of losing the game goes up. Mm-hmm. I don't know why, but I saw it was on TNT. They showed that like when we do that, it gives them time to prepare for the defense side of the ball.
It really does slow the game down.
And it kind of in a way ruins our momentum, because like I said, it slows the game down. Then when we do get back to playing real defense, it just looks like every time we get out of the hack of Jordan, it's horrible. Like people just stand around and let people go by them. So I don't understand that part.
And the thing I liked about what Doc Rivers did is that he was catching on to you guys were just straight fouling him. So that's when he put Big Baby Davis in. But he said that he was like, he had a dilemma about that.
But that's what we want.
Putting him and Chris Paul on the bench because that was taking away the aggressiveness of their offense. But in a way, it was still helping them out.
Okay, well, let's switch it over. What do you think the Spurs have to do in order to win Game 3 tonight? Or Game 4 tonight? 5.
Their big players have to be effective. Kawhi, Tim, Tony, Manu. Patty, even Tiago, man, he's got to step. They all got to step it up.
Like
he stepped it up.
He's not getting dunked on the way Aaron Baines. Aaron Baines is not ready for the spotlight.
Yeah, I feel like the role players on that team have to step it up. Don't really rely on the bench so much. They got to bring it to the table.
Yeah, and what I see is that the Spurs have to find a way to stop. Like, yes, our offense is efficient, but we have to play defense right now. Like, that's what we're lacking. Yes, both of our think about it. We have Marco Bellinelli, Patty Mills. What do these guys do? They shoot the ball, So we kill on offense, but we need to play better defense. And there's two people that has to play better in order to win tonight, and that's fucking Manu Ginobili and Danny Green. There's no damn reason Danny Green, the guy who has, the most threes in the finals.
I forgot about Danny Green.
Yeah, he hasn't. Everybody has, because he's not producing right now. Like he doesn't. I don't think he understands. We need him. Like he doesn't have a rhythm right now. But I say we. I'm sorry. I'm a San Antonio Spurs fan. If anybody doesn't know, but we need him to play because I think he had 3 points last game. That's not. You're a starter. That's not. I don't respect that at all. So we need those. And Manu, I used to always say Manu gonna be Manu. You gotta take the good with the bad. He gonna throw the ball to the other team. He gonna throw the ball in the stand sometimes, but you just have to take that because Monty he's a playmaker.
Yeah.
But right now, from what I see this season, he's been making way more mistakes than he has good plays. So
Keep talking.
we need that to change. What's up? All right. And if that happens, I feel like we can edge out the victory. And Houston, Dallas, that's pretty much over. Houston's at 3-1.
We don't need to talk about that.
So on to the East Side.
East Side.
Where you want to start? Atlanta, or you want to start with Cleveland?
Let's start with Cleveland. Let's get
start
Cleveland
with
out the way.
Get them out the way. Cleveland swept Boston. Right now, we think they're gonna play Chicago Bulls.
But the thing about that series was they let Boston play Boston basketball. Like, it was kind of weird. Like, when Cleveland had them down, they didn't keep them down. That's
because everybody doesn't have that LeBron instinct,
Even LeBron. Like, LeBron was, like, coasted.
Yeah.
And I came up with this, like, great thought. Like, I'm kind of glad Frankie's not here because I don't really want to argue with him about this. I was talking to myself about really how great is LeBron James. Like, we always talked about, like, his comparisons to Kobe. But I think the thing that's, like, kind of keeping him in my mind from, like, being, like, the greatest is the conference he plays in.
Okay.
Because, yeah, like, the first couple years of his career, he didn't make the playoffs. But when he started making the playoffs, he was literally coasting through the playoffs up to, like, the finals or whatever. And, like, he's won championships, but we really got to think about it. He's literally swept every team he went through to get to the title. And then once he played the West, like, it was like Game 7. You know, like, he never really had a challenge in the playoffs or, like, in this conference, like, at all, you know. So when I think about, like, how great, like, the greats like Allen Iverson or, you know, Kobe or Shaq, you know, or even Michael Jordan, Dwayne Wade, you know, how great they were was kind of based on the conference they were playing in. Like, Kobe, he's been in the Western Conference his whole career. Like, he's conquered the Western Conference. Like,
yeah, but, I mean, Allen Iverson and Michael Jordan, they've been in the Eastern Conference.
That was
Dwayne Wade.
That was when the East was good, though. The East is terrible now. Allen Iverson, like, him in the series with him in New York, going to Game 7s, like, you're not going to see New York going to a Game 7. You barely see him go to the playoffs now, you know? Like, the game has changed so much to where all these elite players and all these, like, elite young guys are, like, swaying to one conference. And, like, you have, like, elite players in the East, but they can't really do anything because their team sucks, you know?
Oh, I get you, yeah.
And, like, when you have a great player like LeBron, I'm not saying he's not great. I'm just saying there's a level to it. It would be like if Floyd Mayweather was just boxing amateurs all 45 fights, you know? Would you really think he was great, you know?
Well, like, kind of in a way, people are debating that right now because he hasn't fought Pacquiao yet.
Exactly. So, like, could we really say it would be like, another example, if, like, John Cena was, like, wrestling, like, Doink the Clown or somebody, you know? Like, just wrestling like a bunch of jobbers, like, his whole career and winning championships. Would you really call them great?
Yeah.
You know? I mean, he's got rings. He's got MVPs. It's great.
So let me ask you this. Where would you place him right now on the all-time greats? Is he in your top 10?
Yeah, he's in my top 10.
Okay, top 5.
Top 5.
Yeah. Give me your top 5 players. Just real quick.
Jordan.
Jordan first.
Kobe. I always thought, let's see, Jordan, Kobe.
You got Magic there or not?
Magic. That's what I was looking for. And then LeBron and Allen Iverson.
Allen Iverson.
Yeah, like,
All right,
they're all greats.
They're good. They, of course. And like I said, I tell this to everybody, like, you'll never get an official list. You know
Yeah, no.
It's
the list will always
impossible.
change.
Depending on what you consider great, you know, a lot of people say Allen Iverson is your 5, you know what I'm saying? Like, over the great Julius Erving and Dr. J, all these other people. But at the same time, it's like, I call greatness somebody who, you know, invents something to the game. You know, Allen, he brought something to the game nobody ever
He brought a
seen
lot
before,
to the
you know what I'm
game. He
saying?
brought, like, a whole new swag to the game. Like,
Right.
literally. He was the first dude I saw wear a sleeve.
I would only play with the like when I played NBA Live 2005. I would only play with the East to use Allen Iverson. Like I didn't even know nobody else. So yeah,
Like he made cornrows cool in the league for like a minute. I mean,
he said cornrows. That's where Kawhi gets it from.
Yeah, I mean the Iverson threes was official before I was wearing Jordans. Like I probably still wear a pair of Iversons before Jordans. I think, So yeah, like everybody has the greats now. Like for me, my top 5 brought something to the table that nobody else saw. Like Jordan, he brought like a whole different work ethic to the game. Kobe brought like a whole sense of like swagger in his way, and then evolved as he got like older, another type of work ethic, like on the level of Jordan, So it's just like that's what I base my top 5 on. Like, what did you bring to the game, and how great you were.
Okay. Nothing to conclude this NBA playoff. You know what I'm saying? Who do you have in the finals, and who do you have winning?
I want to give the Clippers a chance because the Lakers are a little bit down right now. So this is the Clippers'
He
chance.
said a little bit down.
They are all down.
The Clippers have had their chance for like 4 years.
They have. They've been trying to build it.
They've been there.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm giving Golden State the edge over them in the Western Finals.
So you have Golden State in the West.
Mm-hmm. I guess you could say Cleveland's winning the East, but that's just too easy to say.
But we have to see. Well, we know actually J.R. Smith is going for 2 games.
2 games. Kevin Love is out for a while.
Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, the playoffs are open right now.
We'll see.
But Atlanta is giving Cleveland the most trouble this season, so we're definitely going to see.
But they're struggling with Brooklyn.
They are struggling with Brooklyn. So we're going to see Atlanta and Cleveland in the East Finals.
All right. Next story. It's on you.
Oh, for me. All right. Let's see. Well, y'all know me. All I do is watch wrestling. So
Yeah.
let's see. Where can I go from here? Okay. For those of you who are really into international wrestling, like me, I just started getting into it like a while ago. Ring of Honor has announced cards for their upcoming shows in May. They're doing like a cross-brand tour with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and it's pretty amazing. Like, it's very interesting, and I'm just like, it's pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all these international wrestlers who are like amazing and like they're going up against like American guys. It's like
an Olympic feel to it, kind of.
Almost.
Yeah.
It's like the real top guys in wrestling right now going up against each other, and it's going to be something to watch. But it's not going to be on pay-per-view, which I'm kind of mad about because I'd pay to see it, but I just have to wait, on my illegal wrestling sites to watch it. And in WWE, they just had the Extreme Rules pay-per-view.
How was that?
I watched most of it. It was pretty good from what I watched. Not really any highlights from it. You kind of knew who was going to win every match.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't that interesting. Raw last night wasn't all that interesting. Like I told you earlier, I didn't watch the whole thing. Yeah, but they pretty much are just setting up the next pay-per-view or just like waiting for Brock Lesnar to come back. I don't know what the fuck.
He hasn't came back since WrestleMania, right?
Well, his storyline is he's suspended indefinitely because he attacked like a bunch of workers from the company. So, I mean, because his contract is a part-time contract, so we're probably not going to see him till around SummerSlam, which is like in August.
Yeah.
So
He'll be here before you know it.
yeah, so like they wrote him off of television as saying he's suspended for what he did. But he'll be back by SummerSlam, and that's when I'll be pretty much interested in the WWE again.
Yeah.
But I mean, WWE's not terrible. I mean, they brought the King of the Ring back. It's live on the WWE Network tonight, so I might watch that. But other than that, besides the whole PWG is coming out. I just got my
What's
tickets
that?
for that. It's an indie wrestling show. Pretty much the same concept as like the Ring of Honor New Japan. Like all the top indie guys, like former WWE guys, former TNA guys, they all come to Reseda. Put on a dope ass show as the camera blacks out because the camera was so excited about the whole PWG thing. And how many times have I done that this year? Like 3? But PWG is a pretty dope show. Like pretty much intense. Like it's kind of like being at like WrestleMania in a way. Like it's a smaller venue, so it's kind of like being like a high school gym kind of. And like the crowd is fucking hype. There's a bar in there, so you know that's part of the reason why. But shows like that, like indie shows, you get to like interact with the actual wrestlers. It's like that WrestleCon I went to.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. Like after, like before and after the show, like they'll just be chilling around the ring, selling their merchandise. You can talk to them. You know,
cool.
They sell their merchandise and shit. It's pretty cool. I met AJ Styles and the Young Bucks last summer. So you know, I always love going to PWG. And like all like the top like wrestling like podcasters like news guys, they always go there. Ronda Rousey went to a PWG show, the last one. Yeah, it's pretty dope. Like you know, like
sounds good.
Like indie wrestling is like on the come up right now. It's crazy. But yeah, that's like the wrestling for me.
Got it. There's your news.
Yes, it's my news.
Worldwide wrestling.
Yeah.
On you, Court.
That Bruce Jenner thing happened on Friday. I didn't really catch the whole thing.
Yeah, I saw some of it, and he was talking about how he wants to become a woman and how he's been feeling this way his whole life, but all of a sudden he's waited till now to finally like come out in the open. And I was like, that's crazy. Like, here's a guy who's been married 3 times with like 6 children, and then all of a sudden you're like, I want to be a woman. Like, that's crazy.
That's crazy.
I don't know.
I mean, he makes beautiful women. So.
Indeed, he does. Well, what do you think about it? What's your take on it? How do you feel about it?
I just thought that whole story was crazy. Like how he was training for the Olympics, but he felt like he should have been a girl. Like he was still like he had like urges to like dress as a woman.
Yeah, like he said his kids caught him at times like in dresses and stuff. Like Kim caught him, and I think Kendall did when they were younger, and they just didn't know what to say. Like they were just kind of in shock. And
Yeah,
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
So let's get on a sensitive subject. I want to know, what are your views about, you know, people such as Bruce Jenner? Like, how do you feel about the whole situation?
Like the whole transgender thing?
Yeah.
I mean, people are going to do what they want, you know? It's sad that in, like, society today, people will judge you for, like, what you wear, how you act, you know, like, what your beliefs are. It's very sad, actually, because, you know, we're all supposed to be equal.
Yeah.
Like, people will say that all they want, but they'll go behind your back and be like,
Exactly.
that guy is a fucking weirdo, you know? Like, it's crazy. But I don't know. Bruce Jenner, I think he opened a lot of people's eyes on this subject.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, because there are a lot of people that are probably scared to say, oh, I want to be a woman, you know? Like, there's probably a lot of guys like that. There's probably a lot of girls like that, too. Like, oh, I don't feel like I should be this, you know?
We really sports center over here.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like I really feel like I shouldn't be who I really am. Like this is not who I really am. And Bruce Jenner was brave enough to go on national television and talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, so kudos to him. And maybe this will like enlighten other people or like you know inspire other people to come out and tell their story.
Yeah.
But I get what you mean. Like, I totally agree. Like, you know, that's what he wants to do. But I like his family. Like, I really want to know how they're feeling about it because they're putting up this story like, oh, you know, they're trying to accept it because, you know, they don't want to come off as, like, judging him because that is their family. But, like, I know they could be, I know they're thinking, like, in the back of their head, like, oh, they got to be. Like, I'm sorry, anybody would question that. Like, seriously? Like, I remember they were saying that Kim, like, Kanye had to, like, talk to Kim and, like, kind of get her to come to her senses about it because she completely was just, like, I was reading about it, but they said, like, he helped her, like, accept him and accept it or whatever, so.
Oh, Kanye?
Yeah, it's an article about it.
Hey, Kanye can do anything. It's like Kanye. We've seen Kanye. What? Speaking of Kanye, he's coming out with some new music soon, man.
Yes. Yeah.
I know I'm going to see him at Powerhouse in a couple of weeks. I'm pretty excited. This is going to be the second time I'm seeing Kanye live, fam. Like, my lord. First time I saw him, watched it. But now this time I'm taking pictures of it. Like, I'm going to be like right by the stairs. So I'm excited.
Back to the whole situation. Just want to give my 2 cents in on it. It's like people evolve, you know what I'm saying? It's like when I was young and stuff like that, you know, coming up, I was on like, you know, the whole gay situation and everything like that, transgender. I you know, was raised that was wrong, like, you know, especially being, you know, a Christian and things like that. But, you know, over the years, like, you know, I've evolved. Like, I was ignorant back then, you know, I listened to what people said and, you know, I just went with it. But not just me, it's like as a whole world, we're starting to see that, you know, this has to be, it's not okay to judge people based on their, you know, sexuality and things of such of that nature. And I really feel like we're getting there to a point to where it is okay, you know, it is acceptable. And I really, I don't know, it's something that every day I look at it and say, wow, like 5 years ago or, you know, 6 years ago, I couldn't watch nothing like that, you know what I'm saying? But now it's like, you know, I've opened my mind. I'm not ignorant anymore. You know, I've done research and think about it. Like, especially for, you know, African Americans like us, we weren't accepted at one time. You know, people judged us. They didn't give us a chance and things of that nature. So why should, you know, especially, you know, we've been through that. You know, so why judge other people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So,
I mean, I'm glad he came out. You know, if that's how you feel, then that's how you feel. Nobody should judge you based on, you know, what you feel your sexuality should be.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right, my second story, of course, May 2nd is around the corner, and it is
fight night.
It is the biggest
Y'all
fight
got some
night
bets?
like in a long time.
Bro, this is like our generation's like Ali Frazier.
Yeah, this is Mayweather. Well, I mean, I gotta say the whole. This is Floyd Mayweather
Floyd
versus
Money Mayweather.
Floyd Money Mayweather versus Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao.
Wow.
The president, what isn't he like running for president of the Philippines?
He's
like
he's
like
a boss
secret,
over there. I can tell you that.
Like, yeah, he's like the Philippines. He's repping for the Philippines.
He's indeed a boss. I tell you
Philippines is rolling deep to Vegas this Saturday. I'm telling you.
Now, how do you feel? How do you feel the fight will go?
You know me.
Yeah. He said, "On the money team, baby."
I got my money on the. I'm just saying, man. I got Floyd Mayweather.
Off top.
I'm not saying somebody gonna get knocked out.
Why and when?
I'm saying they go all 12.
All 12. Okay.
They go all 12. And let's be honest. Manny Pacquiao's last 3 fights, he got beat up, and you could tell from the first fight to the next, he was just different. Like his mindset was just like, damn, you know.
Yeah.
You know, like, I feel like Manny Pacquiao was like beaten up. You know, I mean, he's still gonna perform. He's still gonna go in the ring and do what he does. But Floyd Mayweather is just
Take old boy out.
greatest boxer in the world.
Exactly.
Yeah. But now I'm gonna give my take. You know, the more I've been talking to people, I've been watching the fights between Manny Pacquiao and Mayweather. I have to give it to Pacquiao, man.
Oh wow!
I have to. You know, I told you my grandpa's the commissioner of boxing in California.
Yep.
You know, so you know he knows Al Heyman and he knows all these certain people. You know, and I went over there the other day and we just sat down. You know, grandson, grandpa, just talking. You know, and we sat at the table and he really broke things down for me. You know what I'm saying? Like out of Mayweather's 47 fights, 45 of those people were right-handed. 2 were left-handed. One, I don't remember his name. The second was Mosley. And if you can remember in that Mosley fight, Mosley made Mayweather's knees buckle. But the thing about Pacquiao is, one, he's faster than Mosley, and his punches are powerful than Mosley.
Way more powerful.
And the whole thing, like this is what I like, just for the viewers. This is the problem right here. The problem is Mayweather plays great defense, right? and he uses his shoulder roll. This is because you get no points for hitting this. You got to get to the body or get to the face.
Yeah.
So most people, right-handers, right? They always, this is their right is their powerful. So you coming here, you throwing jabs with your left all day. That's not gonna do nothing. It's your powerful hand that Mayweather is. So if I'm here, your power is just hitting here. So you never gonna knock me out like that, unless my arm is my jaw. You're never gonna get me.
Keep doing that.
Oh, moving out. Yeah, so you'll never get me here. And what he does is, as soon as you throw that power, I'm coming here right now. Now the problem with this is
Pacquiao's left hand.
Pacquiao's left hand. This is his power. So if he's here and he throw this, he can get caught real quick. And not saying this is going to happen. I'm just saying the possibility of getting caught, your jaw right there, it's more likely than a right hand.
And Floyd has no room to counterpunch that.
Exactly,
right?
because whereas this is
his hand is right
strong
here.
hand is right. So unless he has a mean thing with it, it's going to be hard to knock Pacquiao out.
But you got to think he's been training to prepare for that.
But the thing is, you're right. That's what I'm saying. He's been training for it. But think about it. This isn't his game though. The fight that this is about to be a whole nother fight for him. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, will doing something new work? That's the question.
Yeah, because
it's something new.
True.
So, we'll see. It'll be a good fight. I'm
trying to back in it.
That was a pretty good.
He's like, nah.
I just want to see a great fight.
I'm not lying. That was a pretty good damn breakdown, man.
Yeah. So it's interesting. So we'll see what happens.
I still got my money on Mayweather.
Exactly.
I mean,
I lied, y'all. I don't got Pacquiao.
I was just,
You stupid.
What I'm saying is that it is a possibility that Mayweather get knocked out. That's all I'm saying.
Ooh, Jesus,
I can
that's
see
gonna
that,
have to be.
but no.
It can happen. That's all I'm saying. Because think about it. You have 12 rounds. Pacquiao only needs one hit to the jaw. A good hit. All I'm saying is it's possible. It's not out of the question.
Pacquiao needs to get to Mayweather, though. You know Mayweather going to be dancing.
Yeah, exactly. But
Like
what if he going to end up going to drop it low?
I'm just saying, the thing about this fight and Mayweather's last fight, he's got to stay away from the ropes, man.
Yeah.
His last fight, he was on the ropes too much, man, doing too much, man. He almost
This is my prediction. Listen, if Mayweather goes down, I promise you it'll be with a left. A strong left hook.
I don't think I can bear seeing The Undertaker lose at WrestleMania and then seeing Manny Pacquiao beat Floyd Mayweather.
That's just crazy.
It's bad enough the Lakers ain't made the playoffs in 2 years. You know, I mean, I don't think I could take that. Like,
it's gonna be interesting.
bad enough the Dodgers lost the series to the Giants.
History.
Like, I can't. I don't know how much more I can take. Like,
hey, just prepare yourself.
like
That's
that
all
has
I'm
to be
saying.
something like that stays perfect. Like
Yeah.
if Floyd Mayweather loses,
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Why can't we have perfection? I'm down with it. Like, I would be excited if he is perfect.
I'm just saying, man. I don't know what I would do. Like, I probably won't watch boxing no more. I don't know, man. Like, gosh.
Are we on the last story?
What's last? Oh, the NFL draft is coming up.
Oh, that's the second to last story. Talk about that.
Oh.
If you want to. Baltimore.
Oh, Baltimore.
That's an important
Am I
one.
doing that or you doing that?
Doesn't matter. I got it right here.
You got it. You do it.
Want to talk about the draft first? Or?
No. We can say this is serious shit.
All right.
Draft, man.
Okay, so everybody's heard about the riots in Baltimore, but not too many people know what lit that fire.
Yeah,
under
what's behind
people.
it. Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna give you just a quick breakdown. This is from Revolutionary News. So it says, and I quote, "Protests in Baltimore over the death of Freddie Gray have entered their 6th day. The 27-year-old African-American man died Sunday from spinal injuries 1 week after Baltimore police arrested him. His family and attorneys say his voice box was crushed and his spine was 80% severed at his neck. A preliminary autopsy report shows Gray died of a spinal injury. Video shot by a bystander shows Gray screaming in apparent agony as police drag him to a van. Another witness said the police bent Gray like a pretzel. While the police union has described the protesters as a lynch mob, Former Black Panther Eddie Conway says Gray is the one who was lynched. There was a lynch mob. There is a body. There was a death without a trial, without a jury, without a sentence. There was an execution. That's lynching, Conway says. They're blaming the victims. They're blaming people that suffered lynching for protesting. So that's the story. Freddie Gray. And what's crazy about it is that I heard that the mayor of the Baltimore Police Department said that he looked at the police the wrong way. Obviously, I guess that's a crime now. It's not like he, stole a car and they caught him. He looked at a police officer the wrong way.
Wow.
Which initiated all of this. And I saw the video, which is real graphic, and you just see him, like, it looks like his leg is broke, and they're just dragging. He's saying, like, my leg, and they're just dragging him, and they throw him into the van. Now, there's no cameras in the van, but that's the most key part, because what happens is they put him there, handcuffed, leg already hurting, and they don't put a seatbelt on him. And, they're hitting corners and stuff, and that's where all the damage happened.
Oh, dude.
So, I don't know, like, I feel I'm on both. I understand both sides. One side saying, yes, let's riot, because, clearly talking isn't working. Clearly us gathering and, everything, that's not working. And I also understand the other side saying that, what are we doing? What are we really proving by, destroying our own community?
Yeah.
So, I understand both sides, and I really don't know. I don't take one or the other. It's just, it's a tough situation. Like, it's crazy to think that, like, we saw this when we were in 5th grade. Like, oh my God, the LA riots, that's crazy. Like, I don't know what I did around the time. The time is happening now. Like, our children and our nieces and nephews will see this, and that's going to be in history classes, So, it's crazy.
But how are they going to describe this in those history classes?
Right.
That's to be determined.
Like all these, like
Police
that's the
brutality.
real question.
Who's teaching? That's
That
another
too.
question.
Who's like how are these stories going to be interpreted?
Let me ask you this: how would you interpret it? If you had a little Jamal, and he wanted to know what's going on, Daddy, how would you describe this? Like, what would you say to him?
Well, that's a good question, because I don't even know how I would explain to a young me, like how crazy this stuff has gotten. Like, my grandpa would tell me about, like, back in the day, when shit got crazy, it was just, the protest was just, it was just crazy, like violence, looting.
Well, what about tell you?
Police
Back
brutality.
in the day is today.
Today,
Back in the day, is
today
today.
literally is.
Back in the day,
It's like history repeating itself.
it is.
It's like it's never gonna stop. It's all coming full circle again. Whether it was back in the days in the South, or the Rodney King, like LA riots, Baltimore, Ferguson. It's a never-ending cycle, and we gotta think, like, when is this going to end? These are young black lives. The future of this so-called free country that grants opportunities to everyone getting ended. Like, it could happen here. To be honest, something crazy could happen here that leads to a riot. And what are we gonna say then when we talk about, oh, nobody cares about us? You see our cities torn up. When we're out here tearing up our city, yeah, it's for a cause, but like, it's on us to change what's going on, but not just on us. It's on, like, everybody, because like, for example, they've been talking about the Armenian genocide recently. It was just like a bunch of, like, Armenians getting killed in, like, Turkey, I think. And till this day, they still deny that happened.
Yeah.
Are they going to deny that, like, all these black men were getting killed by police, like, 20, 30 years from now?
You can't.
You
Because
can't
the
deny
whole
it,
thing
'cause-
about it now is that we have cameras. You know what I'm saying? What you mean it didn't happen? I just saw it on YouTube. What you mean it didn't happen? And my friend posted on Instagram.
That's like
that's
denying
the difference
Holocaust
between now and back then.
Yeah, that's like denying the Holocaust, man. Like, you can't deny, you can't say this isn't happening because we're seeing it. You can't say that's not wrong because it didn't happen or there was a reason. Like, you looking at a cop dirty, of course you're going to look at a cop dirty, man. These cops is dirty, some of them. So, yeah, you're going to be on your guard, man. You're not going to be just, like, standing there just, like, not paying attention to what's going on around you. God damn it.
I heard it, too.
You're just going to not be standing around here not paying attention to what's going on, you know? So, I mean, I do it still today. If I see a cop, I'm looking at him the whole way. Because you don't know what that cop is thinking when he's looking at you walking down the street, especially a dude like me. Like, come on.
I mean, I know, I get what you're saying, though. They just...
Okay, let me ask you. You have a little daughter. She's looking at the TV, seeing all of this madness, people throwing trash cans through windows, raising their fists. And she's asking, what is all of this about, mommy? What do you tell your daughter?
Yeah, that's crazy. Because it's like, it's different because like most people think like, oh yeah, females don't experience it like the males do, you know?
Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
everybody experiences it.
It does. It goes both ways. But I don't know. It's crazy. It's kind of sad because it's like, dang, is that how like, our young males are being treated? Like, is that how her brothers or like, people that she sees, like just people out in the world, like that's how people of her race and in her background are being like treated. Like, I think it's sad. Like, I just think it's, I don't know how to deal with that. That's a touchy subject.
Seeing how we are being portrayed as like young black men, it's kind of like misleading because there are people that are right above it. Like, I don't know if you've seen like some videos of other black people like trying to calm people down. There's always going to be like that group of people, but like, nope, you're not going to see that on the news. Like, they're not going to show, oh, these people are trying to calm the situation down.
Oh no,
they're out here calling all of us thugs and gangbangers and shit. Like, that's like the first thing that comes to their mind. Like, if I died today and I got shot by a police officer, they'd probably be like, oh, Jamal Bostic was a gangbanger, like walking home.
They portray you certain.
Yeah, like, oh, he was wearing a blue Dodgers jersey. He must have been a Crip. Like, no, no. Blue's not even my favorite color. Like, it's not. Like, it's crazy how they'll just put an automatic label on you. They don't know I'm here at Cypress College as a broadcast major, hosting a show, just coming home from school. They don't know that. Do they need to know that? No, but they're just gonna assume until we change something to like not be the bad guys in their mind anymore.
But they don't see it like that.
They don't see it like
it's
that.
Like, there's no getting the
just
cause.
like we're never gonna really see cops as the good guys anymore. Like, because they're supposed to protect and serve, and they don't. Like, there's some cops that do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I know a couple of cops. They're some cool people, but it's the other ones that make those guys' jobs way harder.
Yeah.
That really puts those guys' lives in even more danger than it already is. Being a cop is already a dangerous job. In a situation like this, when you got everybody up in arms and, everybody watching their back, like, oh, what's that cop doing? Like, is he trying to get me? I'm trying to get at him, Like, it's a retaliation type. It's literally a war. We talk about, like, wars in Iraq. We are going through a war right now in our neighborhoods and our streets with people who we shouldn't be fighting, Like, these guys should be fighting real bad guys, but they don't. Like, it's crazy. I
wanna answer the same question I just asked you guys. I just thought about it. My son, Lil KJ came up to me and he asked me, Dad, what is all of this about? Why are we throwing rocks at police officers? Why are we doing things like this? I would tell my son, it's because we're not respected, son. We get shot down for walking with our hood on, on your street with some Skittles.
Mm-hmm.
We can't look at cops, you know, like we, you know, you walk through the mall and you know you look at certain people just to acknowledge that I'm not here by myself. I'm in my presence. You get beat up for that. You know, especially if you're our race. And I'm just saying it's our race. No, of course it's other people. It's women in general that sometimes get discriminated against. It's other people. I'm not saying that we're the only ones. What I'm saying is it's happening.
Yeah.
People try to make it seem like, oh no, they're just, you know, we're just upset. Like that's just how they are. No, it's happening.
We have nothing to be upset about.
Exactly. I would tell my son that people will look down on you because of your skin color. People will try to deny you of certain opportunities because of your skin color. Mm-hmm. That's why we're fighting. That's why you see them throwing trash cans, because they're trying to bring this to light. This is not something that we can just sit in the room and just talk about. No, because if we just let it happen, like, oh, he got killed because he looked at a cop. Shame on him. Let's go and all talk about this and, you know, see what we can do better. Maybe wear blindfolds. No, you know what I'm saying? I'm telling my son that we're doing this because it shouldn't be this way. We're trying to change it so when you grow older, you know, hopefully you can live a better life. That's what I would tell my son.
That's real.
It's real stuff. So,
it's a great show.
It's a good show. I don't even want to talk about the draft.
Oh, no, we good. We talk
I'm
about that.
I'm interested in the NFL draft.
We can talk about that next week, right?
Yeah.
Is it this Thursday?
It's this Thursday.
Right. We good. We'll be good.
Well,
the one story that we can say is that we have Amari Cooper and we have Mariota who won't be attending the draft. They'll be at home with their families, which is starting to become a new trend. They rather be with their families than take a picture with, you know, Roger Goodell.
I would want to take a picture of Roger.
Yeah, which is understandable. I would want to be with my family too if I'm about to enter this new, you know, big part of my life.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the only real story. I have Jameis Winston going number 1.
Yeah, nobody cares about Jameis.
Yeah, so that's the only real news.
But anyway, you guys have any shout outs y'all want to, you know, anything y'all doing, coming? Y'all want to, you know,
Shout out to the black people, man. You know what I'm saying?
Stay strong
Stay
out there.
strong. My mother had a birthday party the other day.
Hey, birthday kid's mom.
And a man, I didn't know him. He rolled up to me. He was in the wheelchair. I'm having a conversation with my homeboy Dijon. He grabbed my hand and pulled me down to him. He said, "Stay black, stay strong, stay powerful." I said, "Yes, sir." He squeezed my hands, looked me in my eye. Stay black, stay strong, stay powerful.
It's like the scene out of a movie.
I said, "Yes, sir." And he just strolled on through the party, bro. So, yeah, man.
Did he like
Words of
disappear?
encouragement.
Did he, like,
I didn't see him no more.
just like turn around and like he was gone?
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, I was like, it's like some
was
guardian
crazy.
angel type shit, man.
So, yeah. That's all I got to say.
Anyway, happy birthday to my mom. Her birthday's
Happy birthday, Mrs. Bostic.
her birthday's on Thursday.
Yeah.
I thought today was the 29th. Her birthday's on Thursday. She's turning 45. So, you know, if y'all know my mom, tell her happy birthday. And watch the Pacquiao fight. It's $100 pay-per-view. So
Crazy.
y'all might have to go to a homeboy house or something.
Fight
I
party.
don't know. Yeah, have a little
Got
fight
invited
party.
to a few.
My man Muhammad's having a party in Fullerton. Y'all going to that? No?
I might be at Belasco.
Oh, Courtney's going to Velasco again?
No, I got some friends coming down here
She's
from out
like
of state.
a resident at the Belasco now. She probably got her
Right.
own table. Like,
That's a shame.
that's a shame.
I need a new spot, but nah, I haven't been in like a cool month and a half. So
She ain't been since the show stopped. Like, she ain't been in like 2 weeks. She didn't stop playing.
no,
Long time.
it's been a cool month or two. Stop.
Anyway, before we get out of here, that geek show is coming. Like, we're gonna start recording tomorrow. Shout out to my man Eric Lucas. Also, listen to my podcast, man. Wrestle Wrap Up. Talk, you know, more about, you know, news and professional wrestling all around. This upcoming episode, I'm talking about Lucha Underground. I meant to talk about it today, but I have this to do. Yeah, I'm going to be talking about Lucha Underground and TNA and, you know, my Extreme Rules review somewhat. check that out. It's on the Spreaker app. The link to my episodes of the podcast are in my Instagram bio at Jamal Cinco Uno. Check that out. Listen to it. Download it. Like it. Share it. Listen. The website's coming up soon. Follow all of us on Twitter. If you guys are out, follow her on Instagram.
And follow me on Instagram.
Follow Keenan on Instagram too. You know y'all got Facebook, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm not on Facebook.
Keenan Wright.
Keenan Wright.
KEENANWRIGHT.
Keenan Wright on Facebook. Watch the Spurs and the Clippers tonight. They're in LA, right?
Go Spurs. Go. Go Spurs.
You see on the camera like turn off on you?
Hey, that's what's up though, because they know it was about to be a blackout. That's what it was about to be.
They're in LA. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the show today. We'll be back at y'all next week. Baseball is in the playoffs. That's what I'm meant to talk about. Baseball's in the playoffs. They play
win a game so we can talk about you next week.
Yeah, they play Fullerton, best 2 out of 3, on Friday and Saturday here at Cypress. Check that out. Softball plays on Saturday and Sunday. Jamal, this is Keenan. That's Courtney. Frankie, we miss you. We miss you, Frankie. Hope you look good in HD. You guys have a great day. Oh, and come see me on Friday at Subway. I'll be bored.
Oh, there you go. Close the show, fool.
Like they were making fun of her, and then it just so happened that Black China decided to hop on it, and she had like the little plastic lips, like the little fake plastic lips. She posted it on her Instagram, and that blew up. And then she started promoting it on her Instagram, like to sell it on her story, because she sells clothes or whatever. And so I guess people can purchase the lips like online at her site. I was like, major shade. So they was going back and forth about that, and then like I don't know, she was really being like throwing some shade this weekend. Like I seen she was posting text messages from like Tyga, like, oh, can we talk? Can we work this out? I was like, damn, like that. And then she had posted something. Kylie Jenner had posted a picture, like I guess the matching bracelet that Tyga got him and Black China, quote unquote, like they saying they got the same bracelet, but she had put currently, like she was driving in a Range, and then Black China had she had posted a picture like a little after that was like permanently, and she was on a bed with her ass out. Like I was like, oh snap, like.
I just really want to see, just throw them in a room.
3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. Welcome to a brand new high-definition episode of Spotlight News, the show that gives you the hottest news in music, sports, and entertainment. This is the big 3 of YouTube right here. I'm your host, Jamal Bostic. I'm joined by my man, Keenan Wright, my girl, Courtney Polk. Should we get into it? I mean, it's been a while. It's been a while since we've been here. Like a lot of stuff has been coming up. We couldn't be in the newsroom because our man Mercer was out sick, but he's good. He's healthy, and back doing work. Magazine deadline has been pushed back. But a lot of stuff has happened since we're gone. We finally got our HD shit. Yeah. I got a monitor right here. I'm looking at it right now.
I want to see Amber Rose. I want to see Khloe Kardashian. I want to see Black China and Kylie Jenner just in one room and see what goes down. Like that would be.
Can we throw them in this room?
But yes. Kylie's a baby though, so.
I'm pretty sure she can handle hers against Black China.
I mean, I'm just saying. She probably could.
What about the whole, Kylie Jenner challenge? Like, I see it's all over Twitter, all over Instagram.
That lip thing? I don't know. It looked like it hurt.
Can you explain like what it is that you have to do? Like, how long do you have to leave that on your mouth? Do you know?
To be honest, I don't even know. Like, I've seen it, but people were like putting cups on their lips and like putting their lips into water bottles. I'm like, how did you manage to do that? Like Gatorade bottles, like just like leaving it in there.
I remember you like playing around as a kid and doing it with a cup. But
I've never done that. Never done that. And the whole thing about it is it can be dangerous. Like a lot of kids just doing it because they see it on Twitter, but it really cuts off circulation to your lips. So
yeah, and it leaves like a nasty bruise like around your mouth. It's not the business.
Yeah, but you know, in this world, people just do things because they see other people do it. So.
It's a definite trend.
Mm-hmm.
Some trends are stupid, and some trends just work. Like, I don't know how people like Lil B, but they do.
B.
You know, I didn't know he followed me on Twitter.
We didn't either.
I didn't know either.
When's the last single he had?
I don't know. There's one song I do like about him. It's that fuck Kevin Durant song.
Never heard it.
You never heard the Lil B curse when it comes to Kevin Durant? Like how he could never get to the finals, like win in the finals?
Never heard it.
It's because of Kevin Durant.
What is that?
Sorry, people. The camera does shut off like after a while. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, we gotta find like we're looking for AC cords, so that won't happen.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Flying on the move.
Yeah, that's why I literally saw it and I heard it at the same time. I was like, oh, but yeah, Kevin Durant is like he has now. We're looking pretty good.
Yeah.
The lights looking good. New camera. Got less wires to
I
work
thought you
with.
were gonna say new Floyd.
Nah, we got like less wires to work with. I just got like one straight wire. Just man, it was
And
easy.
it's roomy, you know what I'm saying? It's not stretched.
I feel like I can. I know, right? Wire's not even stretched out. I can move. Like I can get up. It's a beautiful thing right now. So should we just get into it? Should we just hit the round table? What's been going on?
Let's hop into it.
Let's hop into it.
Am I first off? Well, weekend
Ladies
buzz.
first.
I don't know if y'all seen all over Instagram about the whole Kylie Jenner challenge, and people been trying to get their lips because you know she had like Botox or work done to her lips.
Did she really get Botox?
I think she did because they posted a before and after picture, and they showed like her little narrow nips before. I mean lips.
Nips?
Narrow nips.
I ain't seen them nips. I ain't seen them nips before.
No, lips. Oh my God. Lips. And then like now they were like, people were like, I don't know, it was just a big old buzz.